What's up, everyone? We're back almost an hour later because on my personal playthrough I realized that we were in the wrong location. On my personal playthrough I came up to 5 Pebbles to see just what was going on up here, and we have to be here first before we go to the submerged superstructure. So I just took about an hour, almost exactly an hour, and ran up here. And we're up here at 5 Pebbles. I did not use a passage. We have passages available. In fact, I took the opportunity to get several more passages. We are currently sitting at 4 passages. So we have a lot of opportunity to get back once we're done here. But first, we have to come here to 5 Pebbles. And the reason why will become very apparent very soon. Almost forgot to start my timer. There we go. I think you'll be interested in what's going on up here. I think I'm going to do a lore video, but I have to finish all the campaigns first. First, you might notice that the gravity isn't annoying, which when I first encountered this had me curious. Now, I want to be clear, I haven't gone through this zone yet. I know you guys like when I don't go through zones. Necessarily, when I still explore them. Is this some kind of joke? I have seen your kind here many times before. To each I have paid little attention. I have given them direction and my wisdom. Yet here you stand, another small beast on the floor of my chamber. I have nothing to offer you that you do not already have, nor am I in a state capable of doing so. I cannot help you. I cannot even help myself. Always that same blank expression. Familiarity is a comfort, I suppose. Through whatever chittering or foolish dances your kind uses to communicate my existence, it is clear all of you are quite tenacious. To make the pilgrimage to me is no easy task, even more so through my structure in its current state. Well, technically, I came from the top. I can offer no gifts, nor can I be saved or forgiven for what I have done. If you and your kind choose to meddle in the affairs of passing gods, then I will give you my only request. Deep within the core of this structure is an energy rail that distributes incredible power. This power is drawn from a mass rarefaction cell. Even in my state, a single cell should be enough to help. I ask you this, remove the cell from its chamber, and bring it far to the east to a friend if she is somehow still alive. Once the cell has been removed, my structure will begin shutting down. The pumps that allowed me to flush the decay from my conduits will stop and I will slowly die. I cannot run away from my mistakes forever. There is nothing else that can be done now. Please do this for me. I've made my choice. That pearl is an old keepsake from times long past. It encodes a recording of a short hymn that was popular among the inhabitants of my city. It is a small comfort that helps drown out the solemn ambiance of the surrounding facility, and at best gives some remembrances of better times. It is not much, but I don't have a lot to occupy my time with anymore. Alright. So, we are exploring a new zone here. The name will pop up on the screen. I won't spoil it till we get there. Are we full? Okay, we can't get a neuron quite yet. Wait. That can't be good. That's pretty funny, actually. Okay. I hope we don't have to sit through that again. But we might. We'll grab all but one this time, because I'm a dummy and filled up entirely on popcorn. It wouldn't be the first time that's happened, to be honest. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I discovered this, and presumably we need to take it to that chamber called the Heart, if you recall, for Looks to the Moon. So that's what we're going to do. It looks like it's Pebbles' penance, so to speak, for what he's done. And if you don't know exactly what's going on with the story here, that's okay. We'll get to that in the lore video. But basically, the brief version is... Boy, there is no brief version. Let's just say he made some mistakes by doing some stuff. It's not even clear yet, based on the Spearmaster campaign, how that all came about. So we'll save it. But presumably him talking about flushing this out, it's worth noting, him talking about flushing this out, presumably it's the reason the cycles are so short in Rivulet, is he is trying to flush this rot out. I don't know if we necessarily have to sit through this, but the gravity is like, yeah, we've got to sit through it because the gravity's bad. Unless I can make it up there. We'll try. I don't think we're going to. Alright. Yeah, this is a bit of a bummer of a scene, but he gets mad at you if you eat a neuron in front of him, so that's why I haven't done it yet. Obviously. Not a fan of doing that. But we do need to glow. It'll be helpful here. I suspect this zone is going to be brutal, because, I mean, we died before the name even popped up. So we'll just have to play it by ear. Look at him reaching for me. Alright. Yes, can't run away from your mistakes. Very sorry about that. At least you're doing something about it. Alright, let me out of here. There we go. Maybe. Probably have to do a flip again. Nice. Okay. So, let's avoid that little section there, I guess, as best as we can. Oh! No, 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 no! Boy, they really grab you, don't they? Okay, I'll just fast forward. Alright, there we go. Anyway, it's very old-fashioned science fiction, right? Where it's like this interesting combination of like fantasy, like not fantasy, right? But like, I don't know. Old-fashioned science fiction has this like weird mystical element to it, I think. Where, I don't know, you don't see quite as much of that, in my opinion, today. And, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Because, like, so the iterators, the type of machine that Pebbles here is, are, like, biomechanical. And they're created with the goal of figuring out the solution to the eternal life problem. The world is cyclical. Eternal life is a problem. They're trying to figure out how to end it. And then everybody disappears. We don't know why. We come way after that. Did they disappear from, like, just regular events going on? Did they all just cave and... Sorry, a loud truck went by. Did they all just cave and, like, transcend on their own terms? Because there is a way to transcend. It's just, you know, kind of risky. It's the void fluid, the end of the first playthrough. Or, like, you know, what happened? It doesn't matter. What matters is the robots are still here, stuck, trying to figure out the solution to this problem that isn't even really a problem anymore, because everybody's basically gone. And so, that sucks. That really sucks. And, one of them figured it out. And you find that out from the pearls. This area is confusing. Sliver of straw, I believe, figured it out and immediately died. It's unclear exactly what that means. Did figuring it out kill her? Is dying the solution? No one knows. So we might have information on that now, but we didn't like before the DLC. And so the issue is, naturally, as anybody would, Pebbles is frustrated by this. As anybody would be, I mean. And so Pebbles says, all right, well, I'm going to... They aren't allowed to... Like some... shoot, what is it? I have no mouth and I must scream type stuff. Their code... Their code doesn't let them. And so Pebbles tries to rewrite that code and causes this cancer basically within himself, which I don't think was quite the intention. The intention was definitely to end things, but I don't think the intention was what was created. Anyway, I guess I'll see you again in a minute. We'll go to a different room. See, they reach out. Or, oh, come on, man. Ah! Alright. We are back at it again. What is that, 4 deaths now? I'm not actually counting that closely. My phone has also been ringing off the hook with spam risks today. Not sure why. Just started recently. Hasn't been an issue really until past couple days. Don't know what's going on with that. Not very happy about it though. I can tell you that much. Okay. Alright. Now we just gotta... It's so easy to go flying way further than you mean to. Okay, I think we're making forward progress now. Let's just drop down here. Cool. Yeah, that looks like where we need to go. Alright. We did it. Whoa. Not liking what's going on in the primary cortex here. Boy, it's really gotten them, huh? I actually recognize this place. Uh-oh. At least there's not, like, walls here that are getting us, or the electricity, like, killing us. That would be so annoying. Ah, come on, man. I hate the zero gravity sections. For me, I think they might be the worst part of this game. I know you can control it to some degree. I've seen people do it. I cannot. I do want a neuron before we go. There we go. And we just need it for the light. Alright, if we can swing ourselves that way. Man, if only we had, like, a tongue. That could be helpful. Oh, come on. Alright. We're just out here adrift. I guess we've got to spin till we get somewhere. Okay. That's better. What is going on? I pressed item swap and managed to send my neuron that I wanted to keep flying. Okay, there we go. Jeez. This zone's going to be a nightmare for me. I can tell you already. And it's mandatory. So, I mean, it's probably not mandatory, because I got max karma on my personal save. And, like, I could have sinned if I wanted. But, like, the intended new ending, that's the one we're here to see, you know. I'm really glad that the Gourmand's food quest is not mandatory, because, ugh, that is tough. I think it took me 2 hours to beat... You're just gonna float me in the chamber, huh? I think it took me 2 hours to beat the red centipede for that. That was hard. I guess we'll just keep eating neurons. A steady diet of neurons. Alright. So in the core somewhere here is the thing we need. To go give to, presumably, Moon? That's the only place to the... Oh, no! I don't know if that was a... Yeah, it's a Daddy Longlegs hiding. Huh. That's... This is gonna be fun. Anyway, welcome to the Rot. The name has officially appeared, probably at some point. We're going left. Wait. Okay, so I do know where it's supposed to be, I think. There's a room with, like, a big gravity ball, and I think that's what we need to get. It was in the base game. I think that's... I remember reading that that's the room what we need is in, I think. It's strange, because the physical things coming out of these pipes look a little bit like the things they grow in farm arrays. Well, look at the plants. It is the things they grow in farm arrays, isn't it? That's weird. Pebbles is, like, going through it. He's all jacked up. Where are we? Okay. I wanted that spear. Screw you. Okay. Ooh, about jumped into trouble right there. How do we get through this room? Oh, I see. It's just right through here. Alright. I think we're making good progress, but it's hard to say. I don't know how big this zone is. Presumably it's pretty big to be... But I was going to say it's presumably pretty big to be on par with the others, but you got to keep in mind... Are we underwater? Yeah. You got to keep in mind that we get the submerged superstructure too. So linear systems rail. Isn't that where he said it was? Okay, let's see if there's a point to rest somewhere. Ah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so I assume it's a gravity thing that turns on. Yep, sure is. That tentacle looks mean and sticky. So we're going to try to avoid that if we can help it. Hopefully this thing turns off. Good. We'll eat another one of these. Down? Looks like it. Please do not send me over there. Oh boy, that was super close. Can we not go? Can we not reach that door? It says there's a shelter over there. Can we reach this somehow? Oh, good. Where's the shelter, bud? Down here? For once, actually useful. I should probably pay a little more attention to what they do, but I'm so used to them not being particularly helpful. Oh, man. Where's that shelter? You want to tell me where that shelter is, please? Oh, I think it's still down probably, but man, this is not looking good. Okay, let's go down and straight down. I don't see a shelter here. Cool. And right in the nick of time, apparently. Hey! Cystic conduit. Ugh. Cool names. I like all the sub-region names. Alright, we'll keep on keeping on. I don't know if we'll be able to make it out the bottom. And in fact, I wonder if you can come up through the bottom and it's easier or something. That would be good to know. Maybe a future playthrough, maybe you take your way up through the bottom when you try it. Let me know if you've done that. If you've played through this campaign and you're seeing the way I do it, tell me if you came that way instead. There's so many different ways to go in this game that it's really, really cool to see the different ways people go or try stuff. Okay. I still feel like what we need was in the linear systems area. Maybe we should go back a little ways? Like, clearly that's what he was talking about, wasn't it? Ooh. I think we should go back and to the left. Something set my boy off, sorry. Ugh, how are we going to get back through here? Nice. I mean, I don't think we actually went through that the right way. I think I got a bit mixed up on where I was headed, actually, but, I mean, this is the zone with a full title, so maybe this is the right way. I can't see what's below me. Apparently nothing. Well, we can't go straight that way, so I guess we'll go up. Alright, he's moving away. Well, that didn't help us much. Let's wait till it turns back on. Okay, let's try and get to that door. I made a mistake. No. Really, man? All the way back here? All right. No, 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 no. Oh, that's going to be hard to get in. I guess we just got to hold on to this and wait, and then jump forward. Not quite the direction I intended. There we go. Nice, we nailed that. Okay. Seems to be progress. Oh man, I'm gonna have to come through here twice because I'm gonna have to do this on my personal save. I just realized that. That's not fun. Maybe I'll find an easier way. Not that we're having, like, too hard of a time yet, but you know it's coming. Let's check up first. Come on, man, get up there. What's going on? Alright, well, I don't want to go that way because there is some over there, and I'm really bad at avoiding it, specifically. There's the door we want, presumably. It looks like they're headed down here from the noise I made, so let's just let them go. Alright, there goes the gravity. We'll shoot straight up. Nice. That was beautiful. Alright, I suspect we need to go straight up from this pole here in the middle. We'll just, we'll wait till it pops and then we'll go. Let's hope for the best. I don't know what's up here. Okay, not quite as fast as I had hoped. Please grab one of these. Okay. A little bit of schmoovin' here. I'll take it. We've navigated these types of zones enough underwater. So, you know, we're getting a little better. Though I still don't know if we're going the right way, even remotely. I do like that we're not on a timer, at least. Oh, hey, wait a minute. I think we're here. Maybe? Whoa. Okay, that seems dangerous. Presumably, as long as we haul through here, we shouldn't have any issues. I don't know if those will suck us in, though. Better safe than sorry. We'll wait for them to turn off. Okay. I'm hoping there's a shelter around here. I'm hoping that we're even going the right direction. It looks like we might be. Once we find the thing, we'll just hightail it out of here with a passage. Presumably, we can travel with it. If we can't, I'm not going to be thrilled, but I think it's considered a key item, so we should be able to take it directly to the heart. What happens after that, I don't know. We'll probably try to, if we find it soon, we'll try to do that in this video, because it should just take like a minute to get there. And then that gives us like a quest for the next video. I'm fine beating this in like 6 videos. It's not a big deal to me. That would be really cool, actually. Presumably, this is where we need to be, because we wouldn't be in the rot section. We would be in like a section that's healthy, because that's where a good core would be. You know what I'm saying? So we should be on the right track here. Let's eat this. I'm glad we're not seeing any more daddy long legs. I know there's a new variant, but I don't think they're in this campaign, so that's great. This hallway is suspicious to me. Have we been through here? Oh no, don't tell me we've been through here. Okay, we haven't. I just, more of it was revealed on the map than I expected, I guess. Ouch. This room is huge. Whoa, okay, maybe we go to the middle. This looks like the room the heart is. You know, the room where the heart is in Moon? So I wonder if we are in the right area. I bet what we need is in the middle of this box. We just gotta find a way to get there. Okay, those don't seem to actually be dangerous. They just seem to be an indicator that we're doing zero gravity for a minute. Ouch. I thought for sure I would grab that pole. Okay. Ready, set. Alright, that'll have to do. That's not a pole you can grab? Is that one? Okay. Let's take a peek. We'll just stick our head through this door. It looks like another similar giant vent. I think it's interesting we never came through this sort of section in the original campaign. I mean, obviously, this is all a new section, right? But I still think it's interesting that, like, to imagine that this existed and we just didn't explore it. I think that's really cool. Maybe this isn't what we need. It certainly seems like what we need. It's a big box. Alright, well, I guess whatever. We'll just go straight across to the other thing. The other path. Because it doesn't look like there's any getting in this thing. Ouch. I wanted to make sure that I checked the whole thing on my map. We should be able to just climb straight up here, right? For the most part. There we go. Let's get us the rest of the way up here. Come on, this zero gravity here does not last very long. No, we're not gonna make it. Ah! Alright. I do like that the room lights up when the zero gravity turns on. That's pretty cool. Hopefully we're going the right way. I mean, there's not really any easy way to tell. You just have to explore or have to have explored it before. And I did not do that in this case. Okay. Back to the corruption. Not what I wanted to see. Are we somewhere we've been before? Not yet. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Oh, wow. You can pull yourself out of that. Whew. Is that a small one? Okay, we made it back to the cystic conduit. So, not where we want to be. Definitely. At least, it doesn't seem like it to me. To me. Man, sorry, something's going on with my throat. So, let's go back the long hallway and see if there wasn't something else this way. I mean, we're not on a time limit this time, right? Let's go through the bottom of where we just were. I didn't realize we didn't come through the bottom here. So let's try that. Actually, the existence of the bottom implies to me the existence of the top. Did we actually see the top of this room? We didn't. Let's go all the way up. Once we can. Alright. We'll go around the box here. And then up. Please tell me. Whoops. Please tell me forward progress is up here. Maybe it's not visible if it is. It doesn't look like it. It looks like forward progress is strictly down. Okay, well, maybe down. We don't even really know that. Check this side too. Ouch. Okay. Let's go down. See what's down here. It's probably a little more exciting and fun to see a whole zone than have we been here? Maybe? We're at least closer to a place we've been than to just, what I was saying, it's nicer to see the whole zone probably than me just like zooming through. That scared the crap out of me. Zooming through an area, that's probably a little less fun for you guys, so. Okay, this should be a room we've seen. It is. That room's blue, probably water. I guess let's go that way. Like, we kind of know the gist of where we should be headed. Rooms we haven't explored. But, this isn't the water room. The water room's next, I think. Yeah. Okay. We'll get there. Is there anything we can explore up top on this room? Maybe we should try that. Huh. Alright. Well, that doesn't do us any good. Potential shortcuts, but... Alright, the linear systems rail. Again. We meet again. Linear systems rail. Let's go all the way down this time. I don't think... We didn't do that last time, right? Okay. That's what I thought. Worth double checking. We could pop out the bottom here just to make sure we're, like, aware of where we are. You know, sticking your head through to make sure. Always a good move. I assume they at least zap you if you touch them, so probably best to avoid that. How are we on food? Let's try and get through there. There we go. No! Ooh! I'm glad we don't get to find out if they zap you. The music's kicking up, so I think we gotta be getting close. Oh, it's one of those gravity conduit things. I hate these. Uh-oh. We might be too close to this. Oh, wow. I think we'll manage. But boy. That's it. Ouch. Maybe? Hey! Look! We got it! Neat. I've messed with this in sandbox mode, so like I'm aware of it. Pretty cool. And it's like a little gravity ball thing. So it adjusts your personal gravity while it's active. It looks like it's got a timer of some sort. Okay, so what's the best way out of here? To a shelter. That's all we need to do is get to a shelter. There's one. We can probably get to that one. What's the safest way, though? The safest way is probably this way, because we're familiar with it. So we should be able to get there pretty easily. Using the gravity thing's cool, though. But I think it does take 2 hands to hold, so worth noting. And then we should be able to just go down through here. Right? Am I on the right path? It looks like it. They're actually where I need to be. Is there another hole to that section? It looks like there is. If I go down this way? No, it's the other way. Uh-oh. Alright, we're just going to have to, okay. I think we can manage, but we've got to be really super careful. Because we can't lose this thing either, obviously. Where is he going now? Come on, get out of here, dude. They'll wait, too. They'll wait a long time. We specifically need through there, so he has to go somewhere else. Please go somewhere else. Even if it's down, it's fine. Like, if it's down here in the hole, that's fine. I'm just trying to make enough sound. Oh, man. Whew. That was scary. There's the other one. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's use our passage, see if we can actually leave with this thing. This is exciting. We got another 45-minute special. It's probably not actually that long. I had to cut out, like, oh, no, I paused the timer. Okay, it's probably that long. Okay. Let's use our survivor passage. I love these pictures. Okay. We need to go to the submerged superstructure map button. Let's use the controller here because I know how it works a little better. This place is huge and confusing. Let's see, where is the heart? This way? No, that's okay, so that's the island. Heart should be... Oh, man. Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay. So right there. So the closest chamber... Honestly, probably that one, right? That one's pretty close, too. We know we can make it from this one. So let's go to this one. Pick up. Okay? And then, moment of truth. Oh, baby, we're in business. Okay, we'll start the next episode by delivering this to the heart. Once again, thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate you. Leave a comment if you have something to say. I don't really know if there's much to say about this episode, but leave a comment. I like talking with you guys. Thumbs ups help me out. And I will see you next time.